You're listening to the Health and Happiness Podcast with Travis Kemper and
Lauren Maxwell. Each episode, we share easy to implement strategies to improve your health, happiness, and overall quality of life.
We sometimes take the sun for granted, but it is really a gift of nature. Unknown. How's it going, Travis?
Good. I got my new bow this week, so I've been shooting every day again.
Yay!
Super excited. We also got some snow and rain here, which is always exciting. Yeah, actually a decent amount.
Whoa.
So that's very exciting. And our creeks and rivers are coming up, although the Colorado doesn't seem to be coming up much.
Wow.
We just scheduled a trip to South Dakota in July to see Custer State Park, the Badlands National Park, and Wind Cave National Park.
Oh, how cool.
I'm super excited for that.
That sounds awesome. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. How's it going, Lauren?
It's going good. I've actually been spending a lot of time out in the sun lately, both in my backyard and with treating some of my AZIP kids outside at playgrounds because the weather has been so nice for the first week or two, I feel like, of this after winter. And it's been amazing. I love being outside. I think we've said that a million times, but I love being outside. We're also 3 weeks out from the end of school. So things have been super busy with work. I think I've done a record of probably 25 evaluations in the school district this year. And I've never done so many evals, but there 4 of them happened this last week. So it's been a little nuts. And progress report season is in a couple weeks. So just got to get everything done. But I'm excited to wrap up the school year. I'll still have summer school during June. I mean, I work summer school, I'm going to summer school. But that's usually still a lot shorter days. I feel like I need to clarify that because when I say it to people, they're always like, you have summer school? And I'm like, no, I teach summer school, whatever. You know what I mean?
What class did you fail?
I've never failed a class, Travis.
Go on, Lauren.
We're going to go celebrate my grandparents' 70th anniversary today. So I'm super excited for that.
That's a lot of anniversaries.
Yeah, lots. I'm shocked. I can't believe it's 70 already. But anyway, what are we going to talk about today, Travis?
Well, conveniently, as you've been spending more time outside, we're going to do an episode on sunlight.
Well, that sounds perfect.
So first, the risks. Too much of a good thing is rarely a good thing. Too much sunlight can cause damage to the skin, eyes, and immune system. However, skin cancer is the big thing that everybody's scared of. Melanoma is the scary skin cancer that actually will likely kill you, or has a good likelihood of killing you. But they've been doing more research into this, and the conclusions are coming back that it may not be caused by the sun. So the jury is still out, but that's the way researchers seem to be leaning. Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah.
Gosh, I was going to say looking, and I was like, that doesn't work. So squamous cell and basal cell cancers are definitely caused by sun exposure. However, they both have over a 99% survival rate when detected early. So we're definitely not recommending that people get skin cancer. However, avoiding sunlight to avoid the risk of skin cancer may be more damaging to your health than the common skin cancers that are actually caused by the sun.
That's a very good point, Travis.
It's always pros and cons, Lauren.
Yeah. Did you know that about 80% of required vitamin D in humans is generated by UVB light or sunlight?
Well, I did, but I'm going to say no, so you will tell me more.
I did not know that. So I guess one of us is not as smart as the other.
Or at least has not looked into vitamin D as much.
There's a lot of vitamin D benefits. So of all of the health benefits of sunlight, initiating the process of producing vitamin D in the body may be the best known. Benefits of vitamin D include supporting healthy bones, managing calcium levels, reducing inflammation, and supporting the immune system and glucose metabolism.
There are also known cardiovascular benefits. Researchers have noted a link between exposure to the sun and lower blood pressure levels with reduced death rates from cardiovascular issues. They suggest that exposure to sunlight triggers the skin to release stores of nitrogen oxides, which cause arteries to dilate, lowering blood pressure, and may reduce the impact of metabolic syndrome. Vitamin D deficiency has been associated with various cardiovascular risk factors and appears to be linked to a higher mortality and incidence of cardiovascular disease. Importantly, in the latest randomized controlled trials, there are no benefits of vitamin D supplementation for cardiovascular disease that have been confirmed.
That's surprising.
That surprises me too. It seems that the vitamin D that you get from sun, or maybe just the total benefits of the sunlight, way outweigh the vitamin D that you can get from a pill. Yeah. Shocking, Lauren. I'm so pro pill. I can't believe
that
they're
is
not
how
working.
I would describe you, Travis. Pro pill.
Should be my background picture on all my social media.
Yeah, absolutely. So according to other research, increased sun exposure may also protect people from the following diseases, including type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, several forms of cancer, including colon, breast, and prostate cancer, and non-Hodgkin lymphoma, and hypertension. Studies have shown that avoiding sunlight may influence the initiation and progression of some of these diseases. Inadequate vitamin D status has shown to be associated with a wide variety of diseases, also including oral health disorders, which I don't know that I realized.
Yeah, vitamin D. Yeah.
Oh, duh.
It gives a lot
of
of
us
benefits
is not
for
as
a lot
smart
of
as the other.
Also osteoporosis, also all sorts of things that we're not even going over in this study.
No, we are going over osteoporosis.
I lied.
The beneficial effects of vitamin D on oral health are not only limited to direct effects on the tooth mineralization. Oh, duh, I literally wrote this. But are also exerted through the anti-inflammatory functions and the ability to stimulate the production of antimicrobial peptides. Another study found that sunlight exposure for greater than or equal to 5 hours a day was significantly associated with a decreased probability of fracture in older Korean adults with osteoporosis.
Lauren, that one's news to me.
That one is so cool.
That one is cool. That's a lot more sun exposure than I would have expected.
Actually, me too.
To need for osteoporosis benefits. But that one's new to me. So
yeah, I didn't know that before. I apparently also didn't know the tooth one before because I clearly did not retain it.
So there's some evidence with sunlight and COVID. Remember, COVID is a cardiovascular disease. Affects people that have other cardiovascular diseases more severely than it affects people without them. So this shouldn't be surprising. But a 2020 study in Jakarta, Indonesia, which I have no idea where that is, but they found that a higher duration of sunlight exposure was related to more cases of recovery from COVID-19 among patients. While sunlight does not terminate the COVID-19 virus and cannot prevent the infection, it can maintain the health of COVID-19 patients so that they have the opportunity to recover from the disease. Sunlight boosts the immune system, which slows down the development of influenza and SARS agents in the human body. In this case, COVID-19 patients who experienced sunlight exposure when they were receiving care either in hospitals or home settings were more likely to recover from the disease. Lauren, I have one question, and my question is, who is the genius in the hospital that was rolling patients outside to get the sunlight for this study?
Know, but I really hope that every single person in the hospital starts doing that.
I mean, I used to do that all the time in inpatient rehab. I would go outside and awesome kind of island in the building. We were built in a square. So we had this awesome outdoor spot in Arizona, and we would go out there all the time. But
Yeah,
It's not something that is common practice in
it's
America,
not. And it should
which
be.
is sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sadly, which is very sad.
Sadly.
Sunlight also supports better sleep and sets people's circadian rhythms by regulating levels of serotonin and melatonin. Lauren, how is your sleep going, by the way?
It's going really well. Knock on wood. I feel like I have to knock on wood because that's not ever been the answer for most of my life. But it's been going really well. I've been getting good sleep at night. I've been keeping up with my Flowly, my virtual reality stuff, which has been really, oh my gosh. I think I've said this on the podcast already when we talked about it, but I literally, every time I start Flowly now, like I get like maybe 10 minutes into it and I fall asleep.
That's
Like
awesome.
while doing it, even if I'm like not tired at all. But anyway, so that's been a huge thing. But also, I go out in the morning now because we have a backyard, and I'm like, as soon as I get up, I go out in the morning and get some sunlight, and I feel like that's been helping too. Just like the longer days, also, when more sunlight have been helping regulate my circadian rhythm.
Well, I'm super proud of you for sticking with it and accomplishing your goal of actually sleeping. So good job.
I'm so excited. This has been like a 32-year long goal. And while my husband being on night shift has not been ideal for a lot of things, I think this was the opportunity that I needed to actually really work on a lot of my like sleep issues that I've had for my whole life. So, yay, thumbs up.
Good job.
Um, there's also been some research on sunlight and exercise performance. So, vitamin D status predicted greater endurance exercise performance, although it did not have an effect on strength or power, in a prospective cohort study of 967 young, healthy men and women after controlling for body composition, smoking, and season. In a randomized placebo-controlled trial, safe simulated summer sunlight, try saying that 5 times fast, or oral vitamin D3 were both effective in achieving clinically important vitamin D sufficiency in almost all of the participants. However, vitamin D supplementation, once again, was showing to be less important with improving things. So it did not improve exercise performance compared to sunlight.
So Lauren, I'm learning a lot here because we can't go out and completely say this, but it seems like the supplementation from vitamin D is not sufficient for most of the benefits of vitamin D.
Yeah, it seems like it's definitely lacking compared to the sunlight in terms
Right.
of like the effectiveness of the vitamin D. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it's just the way that it comes through your body and digests into your cells is not sufficient to actually have the health benefits of natural vitamin D. It's very interesting. We might have to do an episode on that, Lauren.
I feel like we should.
UVB ray benefits. Exposure to UVB rays from the sun causes human skin to produce beta endorphins, which are hormones that reduce pain. Their other benefits include promoting a sensation of well-being and improving mood, boosting the immune system, relieving pain, promoting relaxation, helping wounds heal, helping people feel more alert, increasing job satisfaction when a person's workplace has access to sunlight, and reducing depression. We did episode 39 on seasonal affective disorder, which is a type of depression directly related to the amount of sun and how it changes during the year. Holy cow, that's a lot of benefits.
Yes, it is a lot. And I feel like it's, again, I love that our podcast gives like simple, easy recommendations for people to like get some really great health benefits, because this one you could literally walk out your door.
That actually is the whole premise of this topic is walk outside. Stay there.
Outside. Yeah. So stay there. So a challenge for this week would be to take advantage of this nice weather and get some more direct sunlight intentionally to become a healthier, happier version of you.
Lauren, when I wrote that challenge, I didn't consider the fact that maybe not everybody's having nice weather.
Oh, that's true.
I think I'm on a Colorado high right now.
Yeah, I'm on a Flagstaff high right now. I would
Yeah,
say
you'd
an
almost-
Arizona high, but it doesn't apply to most of the states. So
Just because it's gross.
it's too hot in Phoenix.
How are your fires?
They've been I think, completely contained, or if not mostly
Awesome.
contained. So
Awesome.
thank you to the firefighters who have been fighting our fires because,
Yeah, they're amazing.
yeah, seriously, don't know how they do what they do.
Lauren, great job today.
You too, Travis. Can I
Thanks
say
for
it? This was fun.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to this episode of the Health and Happiness Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode and are getting benefits from our content.
If your life is improving in part due to the information in this podcast, we would greatly appreciate you sharing the episode with your family and friends on social media and leaving us a review so we can continue to reach more people and improve the health and happiness of the community at large.
Thanks again, and we will see you next week for another episode of the Health and Happiness Podcast.